Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Let's hope I can do better than I did yesterday. Oh my goodness. I think I was anxiety ridden again from trying to give up smoking. I get like that every now and then. It's very weird. But anyway, I thought I'd come on because there's a bit more updates to what's going on around the place at the moment. Hey little Miss Nintendo fan, how you going? Hey, have missed a show? Haven't missed a show, just been antisocial. No, I've been watching on TV rather than laptop and cannot comment. Well, how you going, little Miss Nintendo fan? Good to see you. Dan Markle Sr., how you going from New Hampshire? Deb said hello from South Australia and lift off. MJ said, what, 2 nights in a row. Hey everyone, hey Hev. Alex, how you going? Okay, Dan Markle Sr. and Deb. Let's go over onto some news because there's some updates going on. Something happened while I was sleeping. While you were sleeping, right? Apparently there was a coup. I don't know. Apparently it's over and done with as well. I've got a little spot right in the middle of my glasses. I've tried cleaning it. I think I've scratched my glasses. Elijah Schaefer said RT says Wagner rebellion coordinated by US, Britain and Middle Eastern country intelligence. Which Middle Eastern country are they accusing? Interesting. Wouldn't happen to be Saudi Arabia, would it? I don't know, I'm just asking. Andy No said, leave the kids alone, the flag has to go. A group of Muslims gathered outside Justin Trudeau's office of the Prime Minister in Ottawa, Canada, to protest against the alphabet soup that we have, plus ideology and Pride Month. So you've got the same thing happening there as we have happening here as well. Which I do agree with. Look, I'm going to say when I agree with them on something, I agree with them. Not Jerome Powell said JP Morgan, we mistakenly deleted 47 million records. The Pentagon, we mistakenly sent $6.2 billion to Ukraine. The Fed, we mistakenly printed $32 trillion. Where does it stop? This is crazy. Don't worry, US, you're not the only country that's gone crazy, as we all know. All of us from other countries sit there going, yep, we feel ya. Simon Atiba said in the United States, former President real Donald Trump is on trial for reportedly possessing classified documents at his Florida home after leaving office in January 2021. However, other individuals, including President Joe Biden and those without the authority to declassify documents, are not facing trial. The explanation provided is that Trump is being tried because he did not return the classified documents on time, whereas others promptly returned them when asked, despite having similar documents in private non-secure locations. The argument is that Trump's behaviour was improper while others acted responsibly. They claim that the case against Trump is not based on his intention to run for president again, but rather on the principles of justice, uncovering the truth and protecting American secrets. Protecting their own secrets. The concern they claim is that if Trump were to leak or sell American secrets to countries like Russia, China, Iran or North Korea, national security would be compromised. I'm sorry to inform you that it already is, because I'm sure Joe's already done that. Therefore, the trial of Trump is portrayed as a non-political and not a deliberate attempt to undermine him, especially considering his leading position in the polls and potential GOP nomination victory next year. As a younger journalist, I might have accepted this narrative, citing the charges, alarming details and the opinions of experts and critics. I mean, how can this man not be guilty of the charges against him if the charges against him are so alarmingly presented and the mainstream media has already convicted him? However, as a more sceptical journalist who has experienced countries where political opponents were often arrested, tried and convicted on fabricated charges, I've come to realise that ultimately it's about power. There are no innocent babies here in Washington. It's all about who controls power in the most powerful country in the world, nothing else. Those who pursue power often resort to cheating, influencing people, demonising their adversaries, silencing the media, and eventually arresting or eliminating opponents when it becomes apparent they may not be defeated in an election. Many conservatives see it as it is. May God help us. Got a potato in the White House. And that's being kind. I'm serious, I'm being kind. Greg Price said Hunter Biden used his father to pressure his Chinese business partner to send him millions of dollars. This wouldn't be what they're trying to deflect from right now with the coup that apparently happened overnight, which has been reversed, I don't know. 10 days later, he received a payment of $5.1 million from the Chinese to his law firm. Then he moved over $1 million to Joe Biden's brother's consulting firm. Their bank then shut down his account due to suspected money laundering. How's that? There you go. He said, I'm sitting here with my father and we would like to understand why the commitment made has not been fulfilled. Tell the director I would like to resolve this now before it gets out of hand, and now means tonight. And Zed, if I get a call or text from anyone involved in this other than you, Zhang, or the chairman, I'll make certain that between the man sitting next to me and every person he knows, and my ability to forever hold a grudge, that you will regret not following my direction. I am sitting here waiting for the call with my father. Apparently Hunter Biden. Okay? Apparently, allegedly. Within 10 days of Hunter Biden's WhatsApp message to the Chinese official associated with the CEFC, a CEFC subsidiary sent two payments totaling $5.1 million to accounts linked to Hunter, according to records cited in the Senate GOP investigation. During the same period, there's also evidence that Hunter Biden moved large sums of money from his firm. Thank you, out to lunch. God love you. Thank you. Where was I up to? Biden moved large sums of money from his firm, Owasco, to James Biden's consulting firm, the Lion Hall Group. Between August 14th, 2017 and August the 3rd, 2018, Owasco sent 20 wires totaling $1,398,999 to the Lion Hall Group, a consulting firm that lists James Biden and his wife Sarah Biden on the bank account. The transaction was identified for potential criminal financial activity. These transfers began less than 1 week after CEFC Infrastructure Investment wired $5 million to West Hudson 3 and Hudson West 3, to Hudson West 3 and Hudson West 3 sent its first payment of $400,000 to Owasco. Most of the payments from Owasco to the Lion Hall Group had vague notes in the memo lines, 15 of which simply indicated that they were further credit to James Biden. However, the memo line for one of the payments read, Hev123, which indicates some of the transferred money could be from Hudson West 3. When the bank contacted Sarah Biden regarding the overall wire activity, she stated that the Lion Hall Group and Owasco provide international and business consulting, and that the Lion Hall Group was assisting Owasco with an international client through a contract that had since terminated. Sarah Biden told the bank she would not provide any supporting documentation. She also refused to provide additional information to more clearly explain the activity. Consequently, the bank submitted the account for closure. The committees created the following chart with respect to this transaction. And I don't think we have that. Every member of the Trump family would be in jail for life already if they committed half the crimes the Biden family's done. But the DOJ decided all of this was worth nothing more than 2 misdemeanors for Hunter. I think people are angry. That's why they're trying to cover up maybe what's going on with the Bidens. That just seems to be what is happening. There's also the truth about the coup that's supposed to be coming out. So I'm keeping my eyes open for that. Jack Pozo said Titanic sub fake. Wagner Group fake. What's next? Well, they knew about the sub thing a week ago. Last Sunday. The Navy knew about it. The government knew about it. And I'm pretty sure the media knew about it, even though they're acting like they had no idea. I don't know. I just think the media are that complicit. They were in on it too. Melinda Richards said no wonder so many more Australians are identifying as Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander. Accounts you don't include in your tax return. There are some amounts you don't need to include as income if you're Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander in your tax return. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island people and Indigenous holding entities don't need to pay income tax or capital gains tax on native title payments or benefits. So these native titles like the Voice and all these things, they're just going to get out of paying capital gains tax, and that's to benefit the UN, I believe. And these inner city elites that think they're Aboriginal, but really maybe a minuscule amount. Minuscule. DC Drono said Democrats are now learning what actual insurrection looks like in Russia, and they're cheering it on. Even though the Wagner Group has slaughtered thousands of Ukrainians, do they have any core principles, like, at all? Or do they just follow the CNN laser pointer? Quick, look here, look there, quick. Head on a swivel, guys. Seems more for the left than anyone else. Roxanne Fernando said coup attempts in Australia are much more organised than Russia. Well, here we call them referendums. Like the Voice referendum. Oh, no. Alexandra Marshall said, I cannot believe how easily conservatives are being conned by the left. How someone spends their money is entirely up to them so long as it is legal. Passing moral judgments on what people should be allowed to spend their money on, or how much they can have, is the foundation of socialist theory. It's not created out of sincerity. It's a lie to justify public theft of private capital that preys on jealousy. No one is wasting money if they see value in spending it. What you see as a waste, someone else finds valuable. They probably look at what you spend your money on and think you waste it too. By saying, yeah, I hate rich people, they should spend their money on solving the world's problems, you are buying into the notion that there's no such thing as private wealth. It's also a nonsense. 100 years and trillions of dollars in aid should be less than enough that problems aren't solved with a carpet of unearned money. Socialist regimes take this concept of private wealth constraint very seriously, and all it breeds is misery and poverty. It's a failed idea. An ideology that says the community gets to dictate how you spend your cash is extremely dangerous. You're kidding yourselves if you think this thinking is going to be contained to billionaires. That's how they always do it. They introduced tax to billionaires first and millionaires, and then it went down the line. They weren't going to tax the poor people. But they ended up doing it anyway, didn't they? So always be careful. The left, and I used to be on the left. I used to think billionaires, should pay more and all that until I woke up a bit more and went, oh, okay, I see. The left want to end the middle class and indeed Western prosperity in general. Each and every one of us will be deemed rich on a global scale. We'll be told how we can spend our money in a moral way for the greater good. If we refuse, we'll be the same evil rich people who deserve their fate. The worst people in the world want to control your money, and they intend to do it via the concept of public virtue. These events are a trial to see how receptive the wider public are to being controlled in this manner. Learn from history, value individual liberty, do not buy into the politics of envy. It creates misery. And misery loves company. Stephen Black says this sounds fair and reasonable. Royal Commission before any referendum. Vote No Australia. Before voting on The Voice, how about a detailed public audit of the $40 billion spent every year on Aboriginals and First Nations? Australia as a whole, well, deserves knowing where the money is spent. And in fact, let's do this in all countries and let's see what's going on. I really believe there should be a public audit on all governments and private banks that pretend that they're federal banks, but aren't. They're private. DC Drono said Democrats and neocons go from hating the Wagner Group to loving the Wagner Group, back to hating the Wagner Group, all in 24 hours. Is it exhausting being this easily manipulated, just like the laser pointer from CNN? Look here, quick. Hey, look. Your head would have to be on a swivel. Billboard Chris said, we're here, we're queer, and we're coming for your children. Yeah, we know. This is probably 2 years old, is it, this video, or is this a new one? I know everyone was asking me if I'd seen this video or one like it. Anyway, let's have a listen. Okay, I can't watch that lady dance around with those things on her breasts. I just can't do it. Sorry. Don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. Okay. Steve Mudflat McGrew's Remasculated podcast. They're coming after the kids. They're telling us. Anyway, just for people who don't know, they are actually coming after the children. At least these loudmouth ones are. Most normal people, I don't think, are. Maybe they're just a bit confused. But these loudmouths are. Steve Mudflat McGrew's Remasculated podcast said it wasn't for impeaching Trump, you creepy-eyed kid toucher. It was for lying for years that you had proof of Russian collusion, that you'd seen it. How could you have seen something that was never there? You lying butt plug. You divided this country. You and your disgusting sex toy sharing buddies. You can't even stop lying. You're like an ex-wife but with a dick. Okay? And that's in response to Adam Schiff. I'm sorry, but he's right. Breaking, not Adam Schiff, Steve, Remasculated. Breaking, the House GOP just censored me for impeaching Trump. This is not just a political stunt to rile up the MAGA base, it's an attack on all accountability and constitutional oversight. Pull the other one, Adam. But I won't back down. Will you donate and help me fight back? Please don't donate. Please don't do that. Steve is right, okay, about Adam Schiff. He is an idiot. Shifty Schiff. Pencil neck Schiff. Whatever you want to call him. Liz Churchill said Bill Gates is a biological, chemical and psychological terrorist. A high-ranking member of the New World Order, one of his weapons of choice, is the problem, reaction, solution grenade. This satanic Marxist uses the Hegelian dialectic as the framework for guiding our thoughts and actions into conflicts that lead us to a predetermined solution. So they cause the problem, they wait for the reaction, and they've always got the solution, and the solution is normally a new world order, one world government. His hope is that we remain locked in dialectic thinking so we cannot see outside the box. That's what they hope. Too bad most of us see straight through it. Lord Samuel J. Jack said they always tell you. Ready for this one? You know, the kid that was going into people's homes in the UK? What does that mean, that hand signal? If anyone can tell me. I'd like to know. Because this is that kid. And he was on with Piers Morgan as well. I think they're actors. They're all actors. Joey Manarino said, isn't it amazing that just mere days after putting signs of law that would authorise the chemical castration of pedos in his country, Prigozhin stages a coup? It's almost like the CIA and the rest of the globalists operate solely to advance debauchery, perversion and pedos. If Putin was allowing the alphabet soup to read to kids in school and promote sex to Russian children, they'd love Putin. Zelensky westernized and they supported him 100%. Do you think they actually care about Ukraine? Of course not. It's their money laundering paradise, and Zelensky doesn't call out the utter perversion of the West because he's one of them. Remember the videos of him twerking in boots? Or playing the piano with his penis? Seriously? He's one of them through and through. Putin has never been one of them. I'm no Putin fan because he's not exactly a stand-up guy, but when you put him up against our Western pedo leaders, other than Maloney, Orban and a couple of others, he sure is much better. We need Trump back right now. That's the bottom line. None of the shit you're seeing now would be happening if his finger was on the red button. It wouldn't. He would have it. It wouldn't even start. Look at when Trump was in office. There was no wars happening. Okay, something happened and they bombed somewhere. But there's, I don't know, the information around that seems a bit dodgy as well. James O'Keefe said nothing ever happens to these people. Why aren't they in jail? Your guy winning the election, whoever that is, whatever that means, or putting them in jail, will further divide the country. Our only hope is inspiring and enlightening and somehow uniting everyone about some shared consensus on right and wrong. Should be the children, really. You want a silver bullet solution, but there isn't one. It's brick by brick, person by person. It's a long, hard road, but our foot is on the path. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know what that meant, but if you focus on the left's push for gender transition for kids, this will move mountains. This needs to be a central campaign issue, especially what they are proposing in California, with taking kids away from parents if they don't consent. They're coming for the kids. Dr. Russell McGregor said Rothschilds and Soros have zero power. White hats took them out long ago. You're watching a complete unravelling of the system. It's being shown to you. To liberals, I suggest you take notes as we go. You'll need to refer back to where you went wrong. Find your nearest conspiracy theorist and, warning, spoiler alerts. Travis said Justin, Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin said he's turning his forces around from a march toward Moscow shortly after the Belarusian government claimed President Alexander Lukashenko had reached a deal with Prigozhin to halt the march. The coup appears to be over, if I can hit that, and forces will head back to the Ukraine for that part of the war. Uriel said dead man walking. It's another Rabs. What do you reckon? I don't know. Rosita Diaz said the woke left has taken to condemning boomers as being responsible for their own shortcomings. I got called a boomer the other day. I'm actually Gen X. So I laughed at the person. That was on the Whatever podcast. I was in the comments, so. And someone said, okay, boomer, and laughed at me. And I'm like, oh, you idiot, I'm Gen X. Anyway. The woke left has taken to condemning boomers as being responsible for their own shortcomings. Boomers put in a lifetime of hard work to get where they are, get what they have, and done what they do. Today the woke left want what the boomers have, but not through sheer hard work. Is it jealousy, greed, or simply frustration at not having the commitment to reach the same goals? And it's in response to the BrisbaneTimes.com. What's this? Sledging boomers is a neat way of dismissing achievement. They did. That's how the circle goes, that weak men make hard times make strong men make good times, and good times make weak men. I think. Don't quote me on that one. Check it out before you quote me on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's nearly right. Baron of Burleigh said, can someone, anyone, tell me what religion the Aboriginals subscribe to that determines sacred land? There's a piece of fenced off land near my house and I've never seen one Aboriginal there in 55 years. I also have a piece of Aboriginal land next door. Okay? It's not mine, it's next door. and it's never looked after, and there's never ever anyone on there since I've been here for 3 years now. Something like that. Yeah, there's never been an Aboriginal there in 55 years. By the way, middens are rubbish heaps, not sacred anything. Well, ours next door is just a wild bush land. But yet, if you own the land in this area and you leave it like the council have left next door, you will get notices from the council to clean up the land. Work that one out. Who knows? Travis said, breaking, US officials knew of the plans from the Wagner Group to lead a rebellion against Russia, and intelligence officials briefed some members of Congress earlier this week. Is this what the, that thing was supposed to be covering up for? The sub, maybe? I don't know. I'm just trying to work out which one's covering up for what. Apparently, intelligence officials have known for some time of the coming rebellion and may have even had a part in it. Unconfirmed. Okay, allegedly, apparently, don't come for me. The leader of the group claims his march was about an attack on his men in a military camp in the Ukraine. Who have we got here? McCarthy, Pelosi, McConnell, Schumer, Turner, Schiff, Rubio, Warner. There you go. Who knew? Vincent Kennedy said, hi Elon Musk, quick question. Can Starlink be set up to resolve directly to twitter.com servers in the event of a global DNS internet outage? This is what I was wondering before, and I do think that's the way around the internet outage. Starlink. We have it in Australia. We were thinking of getting it. It's just quite expensive compared to our normal internet supplier. If things weren't so bloody expensive, if shopping wasn't costing like $200 per week, it's insane. I've got to stop buying shit. I've got to stop buying food now. That's it. It's costing so much, oh my God. Not to mention the petrol and everything else, it's insane. I'm sure you guys are feeling it too, wherever you are. It's crazy. Steve Mudflat McGrew's Remasculated podcast said a senior Russian official has warned that if Prigozhin's rebellion is successful, Russia's vast nuclear arsenal could fall into the hands of the Wagner Group mercenaries, terrorist group, and pose an existential threat to the world. Worried yet? Or are you still fighting each other on gender-affirming care? Climate change. Oh, sorry. I got distracted by my phone lighting up. I swear all this technology is giving me ADHD. Okay, you're still fighting each other on gender-affirming care. Well, that is, when they're coming after the kids, that is kind of important. Climate change and which bathroom guys and dresses can take a pee in. Yes, well, when they're going after the kids, kind of, yeah. A magician will get you to fixate on one hand while he performs the trick with the other. That's why you keep your eyes open and watch everything if you can. Cat Turd said, watching the neocons of the left and right cheer for the Wagner Group today, who they've been calling brutal terrorists and butchers for years, was a thing to behold. These idiots have zero common sense or critical thinking skills, all reactionary emotional responses. They made absolute fools of themselves today. Well, I couldn't have done it. I was asleep. Not for 24 hours, but I missed the first part of it, then I went to sleep. Didn't even know about it until I woke up this morning and it's all over. I'm like, oh, okay. So there was something happened last night and I had no idea. I don't know. I swear sometimes if you just turn all this shit off, nothing's happening until it does. Braddle66 was responding to some idiots, honestly. Our what do you call them? An MP, a journalist. These people who hire a crowd, rent a crowd, with taxpayers' money, by the way. It's a big, big year, he says, for Australia to come together and begin the process of recognising the historical owners of this ancient continent and practical steps towards truth, justice and self-determination. Rockdale Town Hall, info session this morning with Linda Burney MP. This is the one who pretends she's actually, Pierre Cardin, what do you call it, Prada. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Braddles wrote, not interested in liars rewriting history. It's a no from me. Apparently, I don't know where this is from, by the way. When the colonisers came and invaders came along, they brought with them the patriarchy. And the symptoms of the patriarchy and colonialism is misogyny. Their women are getting attacked and their daughters are getting attacked and assaulted, right? But the white people brought misogyny. Okay, sexism, again, they're attacking their women and their daughters. Racism. Really? Discrimination. Homophobia. I didn't know I didn't know that Aboriginal people were homosexual. I had no idea. Transphobia. Apparently the colonisers brought over transphobia. I didn't realise that Aboriginals were also trans. Sorry, I didn't know that. Didn't realise we brought it all over with us. I don't know. I'm not a colonial, what do you call it? Coloniser. We came over, you know, our own free will in the 70s over to Australia. So, but yeah, I had no idea all this was happening, did you? I didn't know that Aboriginal people had trans Aboriginals or homosexual Aboriginals. And sexism apparently wasn't even existent there, and neither was misogyny. This is an Indigenous, can I read, please, just normally? Indigenous woman Narelda Jacobs speaking on the ABC of the arrival of the British in Australia. I'm lost for words. I didn't even realise half of this existed back then. Okay. Pretty interesting when they try and change history. Here we go. Barack Obama. Why did I include this? There's a reason why I included this. It's been a year since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Since then, 14 states have banned most abort, okay, leaving millions of women and girls with nowhere to turn for the care they need. Really? And yet there are reasons to hope, he says. After Roe v. Wade was overturned, voters in Michigan, California and Vermont helped enshrine those rights in their state constitutions, and governors in states like Nevada, Hawaii and Pennsylvania have signed executive orders to protect the access to these things. Seriously, what's this guy doing? He's known for, look, go and drone some people. No, don't. No. Bad idea. What? Seriously, this guy should have been abort mission, okay? Abort mission. Seriously. I can't remember what it was I was going to say about him, but anyway, that'll have to do. What am I doing? Do not like it. Oh, for God's sake, woman. It's a habit. Normally I make sure I like all the bookmarks, but sometimes I put one in there and it throws me too. Holy crap. Okay, Jason Howerton said, for any crooks who just moved to Texas from California or New York, let me save you some future pain. Never turn your back on a man in a cowboy hat who just calmly removed his glasses, okay? I'm not going to say a word here. Just, okay? Just, yep. Okay. Yep, calm. Calm as you like. Shh. Don't do that. Well done, mate. And everyone's sliding around, coming around the bend to get him too. It's a chase around the shop. Here we go. Oh, collect him at the door. They collected him at the door. So you see, you don't turn your back on Texans, especially ones with cowboy hats on. Anyway, just that's a lesson for some people, just not to do that. So Sense-a-Lot. Oh dear. Oh, this was interesting. Elon Musk tweeted, right? He said something really interesting too. The most entertaining outcome, as if we were in a movie, is the most likely. I will like that one. Sir Sensalot said, can't wait, it's going to be biblical. Proverbs 24:19. Do not fret because of evildoers, or be envious of the wicked, for the evildoer has no future hope, and the lamp of the wicked will be snuffed out. Best docu-series ever, like The Godfather. Elon Musk, only better, it ends where it began. The most entertaining outcome, as if we were in a movie, is the most likely. 1022, the whole world will see their crimes. We don't say his name. No name, John McCain. Adios, first to go. The protected flow into AZ is no more. No more child drug trafficking. Under the cover of his health, he will not be seeking another term. Mo. Who was that in DC? Panic in DC. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I had to keep moving it so I could read it. Because this little arrow's in the way. Can I get rid of it? No. Panic in DC. You're going to love how this ends. Required meeting. Number 2, with POTUS declined. No deals. You will all pay for what you did to Seth. Is that RIP Patriot or SIP? It looks like an SIP, but I'm pretty sure it's meant to be RIP. Mirror 2201. 2201 backwards. I'm finally getting it, I think. The comms. I'm working out the comms. Okay, so there's that one. I thought that was really interesting, don't you? You're watching a movie. Matt Walsh said, I think I read that one yesterday, didn't I? Is that the end of the news? Is that all I've got? Or is it? Matt Walsh, the trans agenda was invented by... Yeah, I'm sure I read that yesterday. Yep, and the leak. Durham Pummel's shift. Yes, I have. So there you go. It was a quicker one today. Hang on, let me see if I can find anything else. Normally this is interesting. When you click For You, it brings up left, right, people you don't normally like to see and aren't following, but they come up anyway. Hundreds of them turned out. Yeah, rent-a-crowd it is. Larry Cook says, went to the dermatologist today, had nitrogen applied to the tip of my nose for precancerous cells. If it's there in a mouth, a biopsy will be required. Surgery is recommended because it can get into the cartilage, and surgery ensures all of its removal, unlike topical chemo, which I did last year on the side of my face with success. Actually, I know someone who's going through chemo now. I wish him well, seriously. Phil, One People, One Nation, said, how delicate and desperate are the left. I got reported and jailed for this. Hi Phil, One People, One Nation. We've determined your tweet violated our rules against hateful conduct. This sounds like YouTube with me. You may not promote violence against, threaten or harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability or serious disease. Because Phil answered, okay, Sean, you're obviously an enlightened fellow. Please inform everyone exactly what is in the voice legislation. You do know, right? I wouldn't buy a car without checking the engine, the tranny body. Would you? The tranny, the body, would you? And they mean transition. Okay, the transition. Transmission. Oh, I got tranny on the brain. Oh, so that's all he said. And apparently, they've determined that the tweet violated the rules against hateful conduct. I don't believe that Elon Musk has actually wormed out all the worms that are in Twitter. Little built-in worms that are meant to take people down left, right and centre. Joe Walsh said, maybe I missed it, but I haven't seen or heard anything yet from Tucker, Tulsi, RFK Jr. and all the other Putin defenders. Weird, huh? This guy's an idiot. I shared one of his tweets and it was a tequila tweet or something. And I said he must be sloshed, seriously. Because he thinks Joe Biden's a better president than Trump. He's glad Joe Biden's in while all this is happening. That's what I mean. You get people you agree with and people you do not agree with on the For You tab on Twitter. I don't even know who this person is. Tom Costantonis said, lucky we have ABC News, national 24/7 news channel that is doing its very best to ignore internationally significant events in Russia. I mean, how could that be of any interest in Australia? Best to stick with current programming rather than be relevant. Well, Russia was a no... I'm not sticking up for the ABC, but it was like a non-story. Interesting question. Steve Mudflap McGrew's remasculated podcast. Dating question. What's something someone says that's an instant red flag for you? I don't know. What's something someone says? Probably something left-leaning that I know and I go, oh, cringe. I don't know. Banned by Vijaya, resurrected by Elon. Independent citizen journalist. What's this? Rosetta Diaz. Aussie. That your dog? Kiwi. Yeah, bro. Aussie. Mind if I speak to him? Kiwi. Dogs don't talk. Aussie. Hey, dog. How's it going? Dog. Doing all right. Kiwi. Look of shock. Aussie. Is this your owner? Pointing at the Kiwi dog. At the Kiwi. Dog. Yep. Aussie. How's he treating you? Dog, real good. He walks me twice a day, feeds me great food and takes me to the park a couple of times a week to play. Kiwi, look of total disbelief. Aussie, mind if I talk to your horse? Kiwi, sure bro. But horses don't talk. Aussie, hey horse, how's it going? Horse, cool. Kiwi, extreme look of shock. Aussie, is this your owner? Pointing to the Kiwi. Horse, yep. Aussie, how's he treating you? Horse, pretty good, thanks for asking. He rides me, brushes me down often and keeps me in a nice stable to protect me from the weather. Kiwi, look of total amazement. Aussie, mind if I talk to your sheep? Oh my... Sorry, Kiwi, that sheep's a bloody liar. I am sorry to any of my Kiwi listeners. It's a dirty joke, okay? Oh my goodness, I didn't know where that was going. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Just read random posts and then you put your foot in it. Big time. Dr. Russell McGregor said every time some major event happens, I tell you guys what's what in real time. This is a psyop. Putin's in full control. Loves which flag's that? It's not the Ukraine flag, is it? Loves him and also the military, Russian military. Only the Western MSM and libs on social media pushing a civil war, which is impossible. Boomerang coming. Incoming. Boomerang. Adam Schiff, look, seriously. Shut up and go away, mate. Please, someone, just shut him up. Vincent Kennedy said it's building. I know you feel it. Would advise avoiding your cell phones as much as possible. Interesting. Why, they're going to start blowing up or something? You never know. Roxanne Fernando said just woke up in Australia and the coup is over. It's like me. Republicans against Trump. Oh my God. Yeah, thank God Trump's not in the Oval Office right now. Oh, look at the mess we've got right now. And a potato in the Oval Office. Leader of the free world is a potato. God help us. I'd rather have Donald Trump any day. Australian poll, will you vote yes or no? Oh, the noes have it. The noes have it. To the voice. It's close though. He said Pentagon has an accounting error of 6.2. Yep, we know that. 72 hours later. Yeah, well, Putin also brought in that thing where he's going to castrate pedos. Okay. OGP vote no said what's happening in Russia? Has it got legs or just more spin doctoring and diversion? Very much so. Aussie Deplorable said in Australia what word is shorthand for both a car transmission and a transistor radio? And why can we say neither on Twitter? It's called a knee. Yeah. My knee has a tran on it. That one. Not allowed to say that. Like a trainee without the I in it, okay? One of them. Dorothy Wilson said my oldest daughter was visiting me yesterday and said to me, "What on earth is happening to our country, Mum?" My reply was, coast to coast Labor governments. That is what's happening to our country. It's going down the shithole. DC Drono said, "This is the guy that media says has no chance against Senile Joe." Well, he's got more muscles, better physique. Ian Miles Chong said they aren't even hiding it anymore. Oh, they chant that. Yeah, that's that lady again with the boobs bouncing all over the place. Don't need to see that. Oh, nice dress. Never a bridesmaid and never a bride. Oh, that one hurts. The Patriot Voice said, "I bet no one ever told you this in history class. There's a very compelling theory that the famed ship at the bottom of the North Atlantic is not the Titanic, it's an identical sister ship, the Olympic. She was switched out last minute as part of a massive insurance fraud scheme involving the White Star Line, the JP Morgan. What do you think?" Yeah. Well, JP Morgan have just lost a whole lot of paperwork, didn't they? And they're involved in the Epstein thing, isn't it? And then, of course, there's someone saying the meme was deliberately created with the intention to deceive. The image labelled Titanic is actually from the Olympic and vice versa. None of the claims regarding the Titanic being switched for the Olympics stand up to scrutiny. Let's rate this. What did they share? TitanicSwitch.com claims. No, that's not helpful. Unreliable? Opinion or speculation? Incorrect information? I'm just going to go the lot. Mrs. Key points are irrelevant. Notes not needed on this tweet. Why not? Just tick them all. Someone got their, I think, was it a community notes? The fact checker got fact check, I think. Oddly Terrifying said, "Can anyone explain what this is?" Black goo. It looks like black goo. Hang on, let me make sure there's no music or anything in there. The other day, that's why the stream did go down. I did get an email saying that copyrighted material on a live stream it'll take your stream down. There you go. Looks like black goo. Swallows everything. Looks like the Blob. Does anyone remember the movie The Blob? Or even Stephen King's Creepshow 2, The Raft? The oil-like blob that was floating around the lake that swallowed the people? That's what this reminds me of. Anywho. General Mike Flynn said, "You know, Barack Obama, instead of using the word abort, you should correctly say murder. These murdered little ones from the moment of conception have choices too, and our US Supreme Court has spoken. But you never cared much for the rule of law, did you?" And this is responding to what Barack Obama said, just when I read it earlier about Roe v. Wade. In fact, instead of using your 8 years destroying our nation, you should have uplifted the black community, the Hispanic community, in fact all communities. Instead, you decided to further pervert our culture like the good Marxist you are. Just look at what we've learnt in this week alone. You were briefed in early August 2016 on the narcissistic Hillary Clinton plan to destroy then presidential candidate real Donald Trump and all those around him, and you allowed the lie to carry on for the next 4 years, cascading America into the shadow of the valley of death we find ourselves in today. 7 years now. I've seen the light at the end of the valley, and it belongs to God Almighty. If it sounds like I'm tired of hearing from you, you'd be correct. Yay! Another fact is that many, many millions of Americans are also tired of hearing your BS. And this little Australian here too. And how about helping those young women in positive ways instead of physically, emotionally and spiritually destructive ways? Life is vastly better than death. And why don't you ask your blue state governor buddies to get serious about children being exploited by child sex trafficking, etc.? How about taking that on? Instead of destroying our future generation, you'd be protecting it. Your unambiguous and ignorant missive today isn't going to distract us from the crimes you perpetrated or the crimes recently discovered emanating from the Durham report or hearing. They are egregious. You cannot make us forget these apparent multi-million-dollar bribes taken by your then Vice President and his son Hunter. I've said enough and wasted more of my day than I wanted to on someone who needs to dry up and go away. Ask yourself, Mr. Ex-President, aren't you glad your mother chose life when she decided to have you? That's what I was trying to say before, about his mum. Barack's lucky his mum didn't do the same thing to him. I might not have said it that way, but that's what I was trying to get at. Jungarai. Okay. My white privileged forefathers. That's sad. Okay, Simon Atiba said, imagine being Joe Biden. Your son makes millions of dollars from foreign entities but does not pay taxes because that would mean disclosing that he's engaged in foreign lobbying. With the millions of dollars and no serious job, he becomes a drug addict and illegally obtains a gun. He then tells them that he's the son of the US Vice President and he claims that part of the money will go to the big guy. He promises them access to his dad and top US officials. They hire him without any qualifications and pay him millions of dollars. Eventually the information comes out and the Justice Department has to investigate. The investigation drags on for 5 years and eventually they strike a deal with him to plead guilty to 2 misdemeanors of tax evasion so that the government would not prosecute him for illegally possessing a gun as a drug addict. A serious crime that has sent tens of thousands of Americans to prison for years. Imagine being the same father who, as a senator, drafted a draconian anti-drug law that sent tens of thousands of black people and others to prison, confiscated all their belongings, and gave a big speech boasting that the drug addicts should all be taken off the streets. Except for his son, of course. Now that your son is one of them, when you're asked about his case, you say you're proud of him and he's done nothing wrong. Imagine journalists and commentators like Joe NBC justifying it on television, signing your praises, when their own child would have been in prison long ago for the same crimes. Imagine the people who believed in the rule of law watching the two-tiered justice system so brazenly displayed. America is in crisis. May God help us all. It's meant to show people. They wouldn't listen, so that'd be shown. Okay, people who think they're in jail, no, yeah, I can see you, mate. I'll like it just so he knows I can see him. If nobody told you you're beautiful today, it won't start here. Keep scrolling, gremlin. Oh, that's a good one. Lucy Turnbull, she's on... why is she even there? Isn't she Malcolm Turnbull's missus? She's... what is she? An urbanist? What was that? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Urbanist, businesswoman, interested in all innovation for a better future. Art... why can't I... It always does it when I don't want it to, but when I do want it to, I can't... Okay, I'm not going to click on it. I don't want to know, really. I'm pretty sure that's Malcolm Turnbull's missus. He was a sellout to Australia too. Carl Becker said, this is what Democrats support when they back open borders. Take a good look. These are the sex slaves being trafficked by Mexican drug cartels. They don't care about them. They don't care about us. Oh dear. Oh, the poor ladies. They are, and they're the grown ones, right? It's little ones. It's bad. It's things you see you can't unsee, I'm telling you. Oh, you got to be joking, don't you, mate? George Takei, I can't say that either. Putin reportedly has fled Moscow. You know who didn't flee the capital ahead of advancing Russian forces? President Zelensky. You idiot. Whoever this... Is this someone out of, like, Star Trek or something? I don't know. He's an idiot. He doesn't know what's going on. Putin has not fled Moscow, you half-wit. Okay, Lee Hunter said, okay, here's an example of the online hate referred to on Twitter by the E-Safety Commissioner, I think, of Australia. She has noted Stan Grant cited targeted abuse, specifically relentless racial filth on Twitter when announcing a break from the media last month. Thoughts? I thought you were going to give me an example. Is that a dog out there? Hello, puppy dog. Oh, Prime Minister Anthonese. Anthonese? Yeah, okay, I'm going to call him Anthonese. Says he has faith in the Australian people to vote yes on the Voice to Parliament referendum. Because you know why? If people vote no, he's going to just change it anyway and put it in. Apparently. Okay, what else can I find here? Why don't we go to, hang on, trending? What's trending on Twitter? Trending in politics, Russia civil war, the Wagner Group, and the whole thing. Insiders, ABC Insiders, Barnaby. Trending in Australia, Lacey Austin, never heard of her. Trending in politics, murder. You can't use the word hope next to murder, you sick, evil man. There you go. That's a respond. A lot of people are responding to Barack Obama. Oh, good morning. Want to trigger some Liberals today? Tweet these truths. Trump won. Gun saves lives. Liberals are pedos. Zelensky is a fraud. Abortion is murder. Democrats are racist. George Floyd OD'd. Men have PPs. Obama's birth certificate is fake. And apparently I follow Gunther Eagleman. Have a kick-ass day. There you go. Oh, okay. Dr. David Martin, a premeditated act of the coof. The whole thing was premeditated. It was murder. It was active terrorism by a state against the world. Let's call it what it was. There you go. Anywho, okay, let's go to the comments now. Let's have a look. Ooh, the live chat just went live. I'm back at the beginning anyway. There's not that many comments, so I can actually read them. There you go. Okay, where are we up to? Alex said, you did fine yesterday, Hev. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, no, I was just like freaking out. I had anxiety really badly. Oh, I don't know. I'm funny when I got anxiety. I'm funny no matter what I do, really. I've had people laugh at me when I'm angry because they say, you're funny. You're just funny. Sorry, I can't help it. Gotta laugh. ED, how you going? EDD, sorry, how you going? Carl, how you going? MJ said, hey Deb, Dan, Alex, Little Miss Nintendo, Luna, how you going? Hey, I wake up to find out there's a second live, yay, yay. It's much better than yesterday's too. Deb said, hey Carl, ED. ED said, Alex. Deb said, hey Luna, me too. Good stuff. I don't know if YouTube are letting anyone know, but thank you to those who did tune in, or who do later. MJ said, those with dirty fingers always pointing with their own shot on their fingers. Exactly. Selena, caught me early. How you going, Selena? MJ said, this is cray-cray. Yeah, cray-cray. Carl said, hey Alex, my work computer doesn't allow me to type live comments. Restricted mode set by admin. Oh no. Kat said, hey Hev, how you doing? Is that what you say in Australia? Yep. Oh, how you going? Yeah, that's what I say. Not everyone does. Some people go, how you doing? How you going? How's it hanging? Mainly for the men. If they ask a lady that, you can go, oh, left, right, I don't know. I don't know how it's hanging, actually. I don't have anything that hangs, really. Yeah, there's a lot of sayings that, yeah, but how you going is how I say it, and most of the people I know say, how you going? So, yeah, there's a few different sayings. There's g'day. G'day, mate. How's it going? Oh, dear. Okay, oh, my nose is itchy. Why is my nose itchy? Okay. And out to lunch, God love you. Thank you so much, out to lunch. I'll read the message now. 30 hope it helps with gas money and your mama we love. Oh, thank you. God love you. And I know you guys aren't that well off either, are you? Oh, I'm sorry. But thank you so much. Out to lunch said took 5 minutes to fill out why they almost made me quit trying. Love from US. Oh, God love you. Kat says storm incoming. I hope the Biden chit show's getting old, isn't it? Okay. Out to lunch said Carl need admin to look into that. And Deb said, hey, out to lunch. And Sal, how you going? Hey, g'day, Hev, chat and gang. Out to lunch said, but Carl, you're commenting now live. Deb said, hey, Sal. And Kat said, Alex, are you in Great Britain? Hey, Simone, how you going? MJ said, no covering Grand Canyon. Hunter and Joe are friggin' canyon. Huge dopes. Out to lunch said, was God save the Queen a green light to off the sub people? I don't know. You never know. They talk in really weird terms we don't normally catch. Slowly getting there, though. Deb said, hey, Simone. Alex said, yes, in England, Kat. Sal said, g'day, Deb. Everyone's saying g'day. G'day, g'day. Out to lunch said, have we seen Eyes and Kai? No, not for a little while. Kat says, sub-story is supposedly comms for getting rid of the Federal Reserve. It's being discussed by some. 17 bolts means 17 thing. That's the conspiracy. Ooh. Zal said, the only colour those inner city Aboriginals have is the colour of the skinny soy lattes they constantly guzzle down like water. Yep. Definitely. Yeah. Sal said the only colour that... Oh, yeah, I read that one. Carl said, I'm on my phone, lol. Admin won't change. They are woke. Oh, no. You got woke admin. It's pretty sad. I've been thinking about trying to go back to work. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. Just pick and pack or whatever. I don't care, anything. Just a few hours a day. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I could get what I need. Kat said, what do people think about King Charles? Not much. I don't think much about King Charles at all. I was always in the mindset of the royal family were evil. And since King Charles was Savile's best mate, I'm just, yeah, and Jimmy Savile was knighted, wasn't he? Along with Sir Elton John, who's questionable as well. From what I've seen. I don't know. Allegedly, apparently. Don't come for me. Yeah, but I've heard, yeah, I don't know. I don't think too much of them. Little Miss Nintendo fan said King Charles is a nonce, Mummy's boy Bellend. Carl said Charlie's no good, Rothschild bloodline. Wasn't he related to Vlad the Impaler? Hey Joel, how you going? Watch Trevor Loudon's Counterpunch, communist clowns coming out of New Zealand. Oh, really? Out to lunch said, what the duck is really going to happen? I wonder. Sal said, King chucked the turd. MJ said, also. Did I do that right? Kat said, currently dollars are debt notes. The US dollar worth nothing, and we do not own our property, hence Federal Reserve has to go. Yep, same here in Australia. You don't own your property. Why do you have to pay land rates every year if you own your property? You don't own the land it's on, apparently. You have to have a certain, is it a Torrens title? I remember looking this up years ago. Don't quote me, I might be wrong, but check it out. It might be a Torrens title. I don't know if that means you do or don't own your land. There's one where you get that you actually own the land as well. But you have to be specific. And if you don't know, they're going to sell you the one that you don't own the land to. Out to lunch, said Mohab. Michelle Obama has a PP. Alex said most people don't like him, including me, not my king lol, but these are also some absolute royalists who are clearly not awake to how corrupt the whole royal family is and always has been, in my opinion. Cat, yep. Well, listen, if there was another royal family and they were really, really good people, like the real bloodline, maybe, okay, I wouldn't be closed to it, but not the clowns that are in there now. I believe they stole it, didn't they? Didn't they steal that kingship, queenship? I don't know. That's what I heard. Allegedly, apparently, again, YouTube don't come for me. Out to lunch said, can we have a straight pride month? Yeah, just go march every day, I reckon. Holding hands, and that'll offend them so badly that they will flake and fall apart. They seem to, yeah, one got triggered really badly. I don't know what he was, trans, gay, I don't know, but he got triggered by straight people holding hands. It was triggering, very triggering for him. Like, you don't need to make out in public, you know what I mean, whether it's straight or whatever, right? Just, you don't need to do that. But holding hands, nothing, okay? Or walking arm in arm. You don't need to be all over the person in public and, you know, showing just public displays of, you don't need that. And I heard about this person. One of my friends saw someone we knew in a supermarket and the guy had her over the freezer, right? Don't need that shit. He had her over the freezer, mate. They were nearly doing it in the supermarket. Anyone else seen any weird shit like that? Oh my God. I mean, I've gone up the shop in my pyjamas before, right? Just the local shop. I won't go to, like, the big shops with my pyjamas on. I've seen other people do it, but I won't do that. But I have run up with my pyjama bottoms on and a big jacket. Alex said, I was thinking the same thing, Dad. MJ said, cat sub per Hance, re-Titanic, re-how Fed Reserve came not be who they took out on the Titanic, other ship Olympia. Sal said, if there was ever a case for justified mass killing those alphabet protesters would qualify. And I just had to say it like that, Zal, because I don't want to be in trouble for saying anything I shouldn't say. Because you know how YouTube take things. They'll say you're bullying, harassing, I don't know, something. Out to lunch said a straight pride library reading hour and compare. That would be good. Well, no, actually, just maybe a Bible one, like a Sunday school type lighter version for kids. I don't know. That's, I'm sure, what our Sunday school was. Because I got to sit in with the adults sometimes in the church, and yeah, I was sitting there going, oh, wow. Holy moly. Cat 14 said it used to be 20 years ago when gays crashed the Irish parade. They chanted, we're here, we're queer, we're Irish, get used to it. I used to copy as a joke whilst at home. Yeah, I've heard the saying, I'm here, I'm queer. But I'm not. But anyway, I used to say that too. It was a joke. I heard it in a joke. And so, yeah, I used to say that too. Yeah. Cat 14 said, I heard MJ. Alex said, home come all the weirdos. How come All the weirdos are still allowed to protest. I already know the answer. Out to Lunch said, what was the Titanic double? The Titan, or was that the book predicating the Titanic disaster? It was the I thought it was the Olympia, but it's the Olympic. MJ said, out to lunch. Yep, we straight women with men is great. Oh my God, can you imagine? This is nuts. Seriously. Sherry, how you going? Zal said, follow the money trail, Alex. Out to Lunch said, back when they had predictive programming, back then. Alex said, yeah, that idiot breaking into people's houses for TikTok. He broke his bail condition the day after, said UK laws are weak, which I agree with, actually. Yeah, I do too. I agree with that part of what he says, but yeah. Kat said, military now, end this shit show. Alex said, exactly, Zal, the world is like a massive laundrette. Out to Lunch said, UK break-in person, well, you can get arrested for hurting someone's feelings. Yeah. But they won't arrest people for murdering people, setting fire to things, entering people's homes. Well, they might get arrested, but they won't get, like, kept in there. Okay, Kat said, also I'm not a feminist and have respect for real men. Dylan's time is over, the whole evil agenda. Yes, same here. A real man. What is a real man? I believe a real man does not hit a woman. Okay, unless somehow very severely provoked, but no, normally not. Wow, what else? Polite? No, or sometimes. Some of the people I've been with are not polite. Well, they were not polite at all. Okay? 2 of them. 2 long-term relationships, not polite. Oh, that's a hard question. What's a real man? The one thing is he wouldn't hit a woman. He has self-control, stoicism, patience, especially with people like me. I'm more funny than really. You don't need that much patience, but yeah. And if you guys can tell me too what a real man, should be, let me know in the comments. I'm not a feminist either, Kat. No. I believe that the man is the man of the house and the woman does her thing, and most of it's in the kitchen and cleaning and stuff like that and looking after the man. Like the man's supposed to look after, we're supposed to look after each other, aren't we? Like team effort, I don't know. Out to Lunch said, I'd beat my time in jail if I lived in England. Hurt feelings come easy these days. Alex said, I've never understood that Gen XYZ stuff, lol. MJ said, damn, Hev, that was awesome. What was that? I can't remember. Alex said, I know it's the generation you were born in, but I actually identify in several of those generations. Time is infinite and non-existent at the same time, I think. Oh, was it something I said, MJ? Damn, Hev, that was awesome. What did I say? Oh, my comeback to the person? I don't know. Who called me a boomer? I'm like, I didn't say it in the comments that I was a Gen X. I just laughed. I just wrote their name and laughing face at them. Because I thought, I'm not even a boomer. So there you go. EDD said, me neither, and I'm female. Don't feed labels. Yeah. Everyone's got to label people something. They need label makers. Go around labeling everyone. Luna said, when it's illegal to even collect the rainwater like it is in the US, the world's going crazy, and I won't be long till everyone wakes up and turns against the evils. I have a funny feeling it's happening now, and look, they've said collecting rainwater here is illegal too, but I'm doing it anyway. Out to Lunch said, reciprocal. Good, bad, gotta have bad to appreciate good. Zal said the war in Ukraine was over in a week, and then it went underground to get rid of the hybrid army. Then the massive city under Kiev was liberated. Everything you're seeing is a stage set after that. Alex said, I've always been told I'm wise before my years. I used to call people that were wise before their years old souls. They must have been here before. Ah, there you go, Sherry. Me too, Alex. I've always been called an old soul. There you go, Sherry. I would have been the one calling you an old soul. Sal said no such thing as satellites or or Starlink. I don't know, there's something that flies across the sky at night with a little light on. I used to watch it. Because I used to go outside to have a cigarette at night, and I'd stand there and I'd look at the sky and I'd watch the little satellites go over. So, I don't know, Zal, I do believe there might be. Might agree to disagree with you on that one. MJ said, yeah, food is hard, it's getting bad. Kat said, how are the chickens, Hev? They're good. Good little chickens. They follow me around like puppy dogs now, 4 of them. They even get under my feet where I've got to be very careful where I'm walking, or I'll stand on one of them on their feet. And I don't want to do that. But they're really good. And it's been very, very windy here, and I've been worried about their cage blowing over because I've got tarps to try and shield some of the cold wind from them. So I've been kind of worried that the tarps are going to act like a balloon and lift that cage up and carry it away. We're apparently getting worse winds tomorrow, so fingers crossed. It's amongst trees though, so I'm hoping the trees are giving it enough protection that it won't lift up and blow away. It won't blow far if it does, but I'm just worried about the chickens being inside if and when that happened. So yeah, but I let them out a lot, and they run all over the backyard, and the turkey's still here. He's still making a massive pile of mulch for me. I thought he was cleaning the yard for me. It looks like he's raked all along the fence line and everything. There's normally leaves and sticks and everything in that area. He's pretty good at cleaning the yard. He's better than I am. Alex said, hey Sherry, I think we've probably all been here before, remember our past relatives' memories or something. Some are more open to it than others too, I think. Sherry said, don't eat the lab-grown meat that's coming out. It's made with animal cancer cells. Yes, it wouldn't surprise me. I did read a while ago that Bill Gates' lab-grown meat is cancerous, apparently. So, don't eat it. Including, what's that? The vegan ones. Beyond Meat, don't. Please, people, don't. You don't know what you're eating. Could be human, for all we know. Kat said agreed, Zal, unless it's on a balloon. Kat said sataloon. Sherry said, right, Alex, sometimes I feel like I've been here before. Oh, yeah. Zal said, this reality has been closed system for the last 6,000 odd years. You've been recycled endlessly and your memory wiped each time you incarnate. Kat said, I agree, reincarnate. Alex said, imagine if we were all rich enough to be able to do all our own explorations of this whole earth, above and below, so many restrictions, which is suspicious to me. You're not the only one, Alex. I find it highly suspicious too. Sal said, no, the Aboriginal Society was already on the tank long before the British arrived. These people are lying through their teeth. Oh, well, it was tribes killing each other. There would have, eventually, there'd be one tribe left, took over the whole thing. Flyby's Juice said, Zal, have you ever done any regression? Deb said, hey, Flyby. Alex said, so do I. It's been an interesting journey to find out, Sherry. And Alex said, hey, Flyby. And Flyby said, hey, up, Deb. Sal said, yeah. Yes, Cat, forced reincarnation through what's hiding behind the plasma hologram of the moon. MJ said, oh God, he used enshrine. Ooh. Did I do that one right? Ooh. Deb said, so true, Alex. Zal said, yes, Stu, I can recall a few lives. Alex said, maybe not all the memories are wipes. wiped and so many people remember and know there is so much more. Is that what deja vu is? I get deja vu like feeling, and I've never been there before, and I still get the feeling like I have. Zhao said, yeah, they don't get everything, Alex. They only mask it. EDD said all countries and races are involved of evil cabal cult agenda. That's why they're involved with division and hate, infiltration instead of invasion. Exactly, EDD. MJ said, Alex, Aeon Flux movie. Their plan failed because people started remembering that movie as wild. Oh, sounds interesting. Alex said, I think all the billionaires should hand over all their ill-gotten money so we can all have a chance. If they got it from corrupt means, then yeah, okay. I'll consider we should consider taking it back to give it to the people it belongs to. But like people who get rich for themselves, I'm happy like that. Fine. I'm not envious. I'm not jealous. I don't have a problem with it. Even some billionaires, but the ones who did it through corruption, I have a problem with. I really do. So, okay, so I need to explore St. Augustine. I know that they lied about every building they found here in America. There are so many channels exposing the historical stories, lies, found. Hey, George, how you going? Alex said, good on that cowboy. Flyby Stew said, Zal looking for a reliable source, my next part of my journey. Zal said, correct, Ed. And Alex said, hey, George. And Deb said, hey, George. And Kat said, Zal, synchronicity. I came to this realisation earlier today. Are you having epiphanies over there? I have epiphanies nearly every day. Zal said, been a while since I looked at that sort of thing, Stu. Well, not every day. You know, that is a bit of a lie, actually. I lied. I said I have an epiphany every day. No, I don't. Every few days or maybe once a week. Kat said that could be the white light. Hey, Eyes, how you going? Good morning, afternoon, evening, my fellow regulars. Long time no see. Hope you're all well. I'm spreading all my love and light and high vibrations to you all. Amen. Good to see you, Eyes. Deb said, hello, Eyes. Alex said, I've been speaking to my mate tonight about exploring the tunnels where we live. So many of them. Oh, Eyes, your next message was retracted. I don't know if Google did that or you did that, but just wanted to let you know. Alex, that would be interesting. I would love to find tunnels. Another message retracted. I'd love to find tunnels around here, but I'm not going to go exploring them by myself. Yeah. Might not turn out very well. You never know what's in them there tunnels. And everyone's saying, hey, Eyes, good to see you. Zhao said, what is about to happen will blow you all away. The dome will be removed and the compression you've been forced into will be over. Huh. If that's the case, can't wait. Hopefully we don't drown when the dome's moved. There's supposed to be water, isn't there? Water above and below. Okay, Eyes got a couple of comments in without them being retracted. I hope that's you doing it, Eyes, and not Google. That's all I can say. Outside I said, hi, Eyes. Deb said, good to see you, Eyes. Hoping you're well. Kat said, ridiculous. They said I wrote hateful content on Bill Gates. This is ridiculous. Seriously. Because they said, what did they say? They said why did they delete me? I can't remember. I don't even think they said. Or something just like, we've broken some of our guidelines. And I still haven't got, I don't know what YouTube's doing, because they still owed me a bit from last month, and it hasn't come through. So I'm waiting for a day or two, and I'm going to contact YouTube and ask them very nicely if they keep the payments once they delete your channel. Unless they're just waiting to the very last minute to pay me. Otherwise, they are stealing. So be careful, everyone on YouTube, if you get deleted, they might take that last payment. I don't know yet. I have to wait a few days to find out for sure if that's what they've done. So I might be accusing them without actually proof. But yeah, they do that. Cat, you know, Twitter will do it, Facebook will do it, YouTube will do it. Out to lunch said we need live a deep fake research video. Oh no, don't want to do that again. I did not type deep throat, I typed deep fake, and that brought up the same thing anyway. Hey eyes, how you going? Everyone's saying, hey George. Stu said, hey everyone, do we get an intermission in this movie? It's getting a bit exhausting just watching. I could do that. I could do an intermission, or I could finish it. Well, how long have we been going? 1:25. Actually, I might do an intermission. Do I have an intermission? Will it work? That's the question. Will the intermission work? Let me have just a quick look to see if it would work. I'm back. Okay. I just went and got a little cupcake of some sort. I don't know. My mum gave it to me from the hospital yesterday. Okay, so we had a intermission just there. I said, I've really missed you all, and I love you from my heart and soul. You too, Eyes. Little Miss Nintendo fan said I'm a liberal. And you know what ones I'm talking about, the far, far, far left. Kat said, what I've learnt, government means mind control, and what good are they? Kat said Trump was the only one who mattered, and as he has exposed a lot through. Stu said, hi, Alex and Deb and Eyes and Hev too. Alex said, I don't subscribe to any political party anymore. I said, demolish them all and start from the ground up with people like us. Kat said, hopefully, Alex. Out to lunch said, red flag conversion, how big is your fist? I said, right, I'm going back to England. I'll be back, as Arnie Schwartzy says. I'll be back. See you soon, Eyes, says Alex. Little Miss Nintendo fan said, not me. Biggest red flag to me is they are a lefty liberal. Yeah, that would be. Like, they say something really, I don't know. Ooh. Out to lunch said, random post reading hour, why not? Deb said, Hev telling a dirty joke. Oh. MJ said, what does that mean? Okay. I don't know why, but here in Australia they used to call New Zealanders that they love sheep, that they do bad things with sheep. That's what they used to say, right? So, that's apparently what the joke was about. When he says, I'll talk to your sheep, and the sheep says, and he says everything the sheep says is a lie, that was supposed to be the joke. So for you who did not get the joke, Stu said most New Zealanders don't mind a bit of friendly sheep banter, lol, the gumboots. I don't know what the gumboots are, but anyway. A lot of people didn't get the joke. Out to lunch said I didn't get it. Kat said I didn't get it. Zal's, okay, put the comment in the comment section. Flyby Stu said, when I vote next year on ballot ticket, I do not consent to any of the above taking power in black ink equals straw man. And by the way, I don't think that about New Zealanders, okay? Don't think that I do. Carl said, Trump is speaking now, bye all. Oh, really? Dang, Carl, okay. Deb said, I think you have to come from Australia and New Zealand for that joke. Out to lunch. MJ said, wow. Deb said, hey, Carl. MJ said, go back, Hev. Where? Oh, I missed it. Flyby Stu said, ADD means all different dads. Yeah, no, when I've got things flashing at me, I'm like, you know, or dinging at me, I'm just all over the place. Stu said there was a Rothschild on the board of Ocean Gate, say no more. MJ said, so windows and measurements do not matter. Kat said, used to be ADHD, but I slowed down a lot. I only feel like it when I've got technology around me, which is most of the time these days. Kat said, yes, the blob. Zal said, poor little crabby. Alex said, oh, wow, so it was copyright, yep. Flyby Stu said, black goo, that intelligence raw. Hey, Darren, how you going? Alex said, that looked like a black stingray. I don't know, I've seen other things that aren't black that have all those sucker things all over them going along the ocean floor, scooping up stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Everyone's saying hello. Kat said, exposure. This trafficking needs more exposure and arrests. Stu says, has anyone here been sleeping deeper lately? I wonder if Schumann related or just worn me out. Well, that's what I thought about yesterday, me getting anxiety, but I think it was just the smoking thing. MJ said, Stu, I'm sleeping but exhausted. I don't know. Kat said, I've been meditating and then trying to nap to go into Wonderland, another dimension. Flyby Stu said, if I get 4 hours skip a night, I'm doing okay. My God, I need like 8 or 9 every night. Darren said, I don't know how about deep sleep. Stu, 2 days running, I'll wake up more tired than I went to bed. Yeah, I get like that sometimes. Wake up going, oh my God, is it morning? Deb said, vertigo has been getting me. Oh, yep, vertigo's not good. Sal said, time for this stage show to wind up. Darren said, lots of dreaming though. And Deb said, weird dreams. I've had a couple of them too. Alex said, I haven't slept well for ages now, but when I do, I'm having deep, vivid dreams. Alex said, I feel tired all the time. I used to say it feels like I was like running all night in my sleep because I'd wake up so tired in the morning. Darren said, all weird dreams lately, not normal. Out to lunch said, white privilege. Flyby Stu said, same here, Alex. Deb said, yeah, I feel tired all the time too. Stu said, I'm tired of feeling tired all the time too. Out to lunch said, Alex, you have a flat? Tired, that is. Kat said, me too, Deb. MJ said, yeah, my bed turned into a driving bed on the freeway and I had a French bulldog driving with me. Weird ass dreams. Out to lunch said, feel better, you all. Kat said, my daughter, 27, hasn't slept well for 5 days. What's up? Out to lunch said, that sound like one I'd enjoy. Darren said, George Tug is deep state shill Hollywood jerks. I thought he was. Star Trek? Yep, okay, thank you. I thought so. Alex said, I had a really weird one the other night about a weird looking Chinook with encased circular drone like blades that could scan people and was searching for people. Was scary. MJ said, Alex, my God, that sounds like a, what do you call it? A Twilight Zone episode. Okay, where are we? Darren said, glad I'm not sharing dreams with you, Alex. MJ said, sounds like a Terminator movie. Kat said, I saw a video about our souls going into our dreams, the subconscious, but lately I do not remember the dreams. Deb said, yes, I'm getting the feeling they just do what they want and let us think we are part of the process. Hey, Facts Over Feelings, how you going? Flyby Stu said they get exposed all over world. Turns out all the wrong ones one way or another. Alex said, I think they're going to try and wear us all out, which makes me want to fight back more. Everyone's saying, hey, Facts, how you going? Out to lunch said, nicotine withdrawal, maybe Hev. That's what I think what it was, honestly. Alex said, was it about sleep paralysis with the entity? I used to get that all the time. So scary not being able to move, Kat. My son used to get that. He's not so much anymore. Out to lunch said, actions over words would be another good handle, Facts. Flyby Stu said, g'day, sport. I haven't heard that saying for ages. G'day, sport. Luna said, short, shriveled and to the left. Is that how you answer with how they're hanging? How's it hanging? Oh my goodness, my nose is running because it's cold here. Out to lunch said, how do you get here from there? Do you all know? Kat said, James O'Keefe caught BlackRock. Have you seen it? Exposing corrupt politicians bought off by BlackRock. Yes, I shared it on a live. Was it last week? I think it was 2 lives ago. Or 3 lives ago. George said, hi, Luna. Fax said, did anyone catch Alex Jones on Patrick Bet Davis' show today? No. I missed that. Out to lunch said, remove the tea. Darren said, better than tucked under, Luna. Alex said, I have some really scary real dreams. Would love to be able to lucid dream again. I could do it all the time as a child and used to fly everywhere. I used to have dreams of flying, but I never got more than like that far off the ground. That says a lot, doesn't it? Stu said, sleep paralysis is bad. Had it once, hope never again. Felt helpless as. Darren said, I miss flying dreams. Alex said, flying dreams are awesome. Out to lunch said, Darren, flying dreams rock. Alex said, especially when you know you are safe. Flyby Stu said, I still get them now and then. Funny how it's not flying. Parameters. Why do we all dream about flying? Why do a lot of people? Why do most people dream about flying? Out to lunch said, yeah, safe flying like you know exactly what and how to do it. I think that was my problem. I didn't want to go too high off the ground because I thought I was going to crash. Oh dear. Crashing, I'm coming, incoming. MJ said, Alex, I flew in my dreams till 2nd grade, then I couldn't remember. I fell too and I never died in my dreams. Weird. My sister flew in her dreams too. I think they zap us or something. Yeah, they say if you die in your dreams that you die in real life. Well, I've died in a dream, okay, and I'm still here. That's all I'm going to say about that. Alex said, yeah, not too keen on heights in real life, but if I knew I could fly like a bird, that would be so cool. Darren said, the problem ones are when you start floating off the ground but can't move or come down. Darren said, imagine a bird being afraid of heights. That'd be pretty low to the ground like I am. I'm afraid of heights and I fly low to the ground when I dream I'm flying. Stu said, sometimes I wonder if the bird's envious. I doubt it. Flyby said, nothing like the real thing. Paramotoring is so close to flying like a bird. Cosmic Top Secret, freehold title. Oh, there you go. That's a freehold title. So the Torrens title must be the one where you don't get the land with the house. They use Torrens titles a lot, apparently. Stu said, ultralight flying is as close to being a bird I've experienced. Yeah, what's that? They run off the edge of the mountain with those wing things. Paragliding? They hold onto the bar and they tuck their legs up into the thing and they go all over the place. Do you like my wind sound? See the actions. You got to tune in for the actions and the facial expressions. Otherwise, yeah, it's just not the same. Darren said, "Hey George, I didn't see you there." Alex said, "Amazing how so many of us used to or still have flying dreams. I used to have that falling dream. Scary. So many recurring dreams as a child too." Yes. Let's talk about the falling dream that most of us have as well. Why do we have these dreams? Why do most people dream that they're flying or falling? We all have that where you jump, you know. Oh, shit. I thought I was falling. It's all right. I'm in bed. It's all right. Chill. It's cool. It's all cool. It's all good. Didn't fall out of bed. Oh, Out to Lunch said, we paid our death note mortgage, that is. I own my land. And Second Amendment keeps it that way. Way to go. Stu said, me too, Alex, but I always wake up before I hit the deck. George said, just been listening to Hev, Darren. Darren said, Alex, people used to say if you hit the bottom in a falling dream, you would die. I hit many times, but just woke up. Well, that's like dying. They say if you die in a dream, you're going to die in real life. No, you don't. You wake up instantly and probably won't go back to bed for a while. Mind you, I was 15 when I dreamt this, right? I dreamt that Freddy Krueger, after watching Nightmare on Elm Street when I was 15, I dreamt that Freddy Krueger was chasing everyone in this town that I was in, right? And I jumped in a car to try and escape, and I looked in the rear vision mirror and he was sitting in the back and he just went, and pulled. And I felt my whole body go heavy as, and then I woke up and then I couldn't go to sleep for the rest of the night until it was daytime. Then I went back to sleep. Yeah, so Flyby Stu said, good that, isn't it? Waking before you hit. MJ said, see, me too, Darren, not dead. Alex said, I don't think they do either. The life of a bird. I feel sorry for them that all their homes are getting ripped down to build concrete jungles, Stu. Kat said, Anthony Hopkins was a speaker at an AA meeting in Hollywood 8 years ago. Then I didn't think much except Silence of the Lambs. He was acting crazy during the lockdown. Knighted? Sus? Could be. Alex said, scared of heights. A bird scared of heights. Kat said, you are not supposed to tell who you see, but in this case I'm no longer in the program. Darren said, how do you know you would die if you hit the bottom? If it happened, you couldn't tell anyone. Out to Lunch said, PDA public displays of affection are okay in moderation, I think, not banging someone over a freezer. Exactly. A kiss on the cheek, you know, you don't have to go pashing in public, you know, like saliva everywhere and all that. You don't need to do that, right? Holding hands, arm in arm, whatever, arms around each other. Good. Putting someone over a freezer and trying to hump them there in the supermarket, not a good idea. Okay, Stu's laughing at Alex. Darren said, but I do like these silly old wives' tales. Hey, Suzanne, how you going? Kat said, energy is shifting and some peeps are going cray-cray. Alex said, I heard that too. I don't know if I'll ever hit the bottom, but always used to wake up in a jolt, heart pumping lol. Darren said, I think chickens are afraid of heights. I don't know about mine. They perch. Apparently, the guy that I bought them off said normally the Isa Browns don't perch, but mine do. Alex said, Darren, forgot to add your name. Cosmic Top Secret said, publicly telling people about your sexuality is the same as telling people you have hemorrhoids. It's just inappropriate. Exactly. Out to lunch said, are the jab reacting to the solar flares? I don't know. Darren said, if anything, Alex, it makes you feel more alive. Flyby Stew said, sweating like a glass blower's ass. Flyby Stew. I said it. Alex said, is it the chickens are too heavy to fly or are their wings clipped? Well, mine don't have clipped wings. The turkey flies and he's got a big body. They can fly. Mine have flown up under the fence and over it. That's why I've got to stand out there with them so they don't escape and go running down the road, which I seen up the road. A couple of months ago, I saw someone's chickens running across one of the main roads, and I was like, I wonder if they know their chickens are out. But there was a car behind me, so I just kept going. Should have pulled over and sort of rounded the chickens up a bit, maybe. Okay, Darren said, no, Alex, they're too chicken to try. To fly. Alex said, yeah, all that adrenaline pumping, Darren, too chicken, lol. Flyby Stu said, Alex, I think their wings are not big enough. Stu said, kind. Darren said, imagine having wings and not being able to fly, poor things. Leisha said, Alex, I thought I was the only one who can sleep a lot or sleep a little, and I'm still exhausted all the time, but much more nowadays. Alex said, oh yeah, maybe they're quite short, I'm sure. I've seen a chicken fly hover to an extent, but not actually fly. Yeah, I haven't seen them actually take off and fly, but I've seen them fly up onto the fence and fly down the other side. Stu said, a real man might look a bit like Jesus did. Flyby said, why fly if you can run like an ostrich? Deb said, Isaac Butterfield is a comedian. He was brought to a board for a joke that offended a lady and he was taken to some kind of court hearing. Oh, that's another person I lost when my channel was deleted. All the subs that I had, like, was sub to, he was another one. Kat said, I was thinking the Marines real men, but my guy cooks and likes fishing. I clean in this case. MJ said, comment you made was awesome about what makes weak men and strong. Yes. Strong men make good times, and good times make weak men, and weak men make hard times, and hard times make strong men. It's a big circle. It just keeps going around. Out to lunch said, man is a mature male. Deb said, 10:02 a.m, Adelaide, not moist, AU. Alex said, hey, Leisha, I never used to be like it. I used to have loads of energy, but just feels like, although time is speeding up, it's sluggish, which could be a good thing, gaining momentum. Kat said, oh my gosh, illegal to collect rain? Yeah, I'd do it anyway. Darren said, a kid would say a man is someone with a willy, but some women marry willies. Alex said, like on a pirate ship park ride, when it slows down before it speeds up, we're getting closer every day to the pop, lol. Deb said, maybe he's making a nest for a mate. Yes, I thought of that. I hope he does find a mate, turkey. So he doesn't try and hunt my chickens. That's not good. Different breed. I don't know what's going to come out. A turkey or a chicken? Turdicken? Darren said, oh, the pirate ship made your stomach turn when it slows down. Alex said, has made people sick eating it and probably is human. The Beyond Meat burgers. Ugh. Out to lunch said, maybe get corkscrew anchors and some cable to anchor down the chicken pen. Coop, no, fly away. Yeah. I'm going to have to go and buy some more, like tent pegs. The screw-in ones. Alex said, I wouldn't put anything past Billy Goat's gate. Teresa said, hey, love, sending love and light from an old birdie. Oh, God love you, Teresa. Flyby Stew said, keep away from fast food outlets. They've been putting nasties in them for years. Everyone's saying hello, Teresa. Kat said, my mum used to feed Bocker burgers, fake meat to my unsuspecting children thinking it was healthy. They wondered why it wasn't good but kept quiet. Oh. Alex said, yeah, billionaires are only rich because they're mostly corrupt. I say they are the ones that should hand over their money, share it out. Alex said, maybe they would have such crazy ideas then to suppress the rest of us. Kat said, I'll never eat at Veggie Grill again. I used to order the fake fish tacos made with God knows what. Alex said, wouldn't have. Alex said, they probably still would have those ideas actually, but not have the money to carry them out. MJ said, no tunnels after vids I saw, freaky deaky. Flyby Stew said, US worse than UK, but being a cannibal isn't an option in my opinion. I saw something about, I don't know whether it was true or not, that Aboriginals were cannibalising each other. I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I just saw something and went, oh, possible. I don't know. Okay. Alex said they are psychos after all. Zal said there's plenty of underground tunnels in Sydney, Hev. Yeah, I know, in Sydney there is. Darren said, Kat, I never understood why vegetarians wanted fake meat. It seems to contradict the whole idea. It does, doesn't it? They don't want meat, so they should stay away from anything that even looks like meat or tastes like meat. I don't know. That's what I thought they were. Alex said, I think Eyes retracted his own message as typos. Oh, okay. Cool. Zal said, there's an underground base in the Megalong Valley. Ooh. Thank you, Zal. That's not far. Stu said, Hev, if you do cave exploring, take a string line in with you to mark your exit. I nearly got lost once. Not nice. Yes. Definitely. Alex said, YouTube need to give you that money back or refund it to the people that donated, Hev. There. That's why I'm waiting to see. They've got to the 27th, 26th in the US, 27th my time, and I will be contacting them to ask what is going on. And then I will update you guys and let you guys know that anyone who did donate last month in May should probably ask for their money back. Check your bank accounts and all that, you know. But just hang out for a couple more days and I'll find out. Alex said that's stealing otherwise. Yes, exactly. Out to lunch said class action lawsuit against YouTube. Maybe Odin's men has money being... Oh, really? So maybe they better not. Alex said, I was laughing. Deep fake. Alex said that was a funny live. MJ said Hev YouTube was reaching. Out to lunch says you're talking about movie life. Alex said I love your intermission. Stu said lol, not this stream, the movie we're all watching. Out to lunch said that's a kangaroo, not an intermission. Alex said little Joey. Flyby Stu said yeah, I think Hev mixed up a bit. What did I mix? What did I miss? And mix? I've got no idea. Stu said Blue Mountains, yep. Alex said oh well, this is lovely. Stu said Three Sisters, yep. That was the views you were seeing of the mountains. Flyby Stu said lovely country you live in. George said relaxing. Alex said no intermissions in real life. Stu said Alex hold on and don't look down, okay? And Alex went whoa. And out to lunch said my brother-in-law trying to tell my daughter a cat is an elephant and flip his eyelash inside out, it would make her run away. We laughed and laughed. MJ said I hide in the bathroom when necessary, Alex. Alex said flying like a bird. Zal said, and real beaches in Oz, no pebbles. No, there's only one or two beaches. Oh, they're not even pebbles. Shelley Beach. With shells all over the beaches. Sherry said, coffee break, anyone? Alex said, was laughing at MJ. Out to lunch said, you think Hev is shitting? No. Alex said, I was going to get up and refill my drink, but actually love watching this. Flyby Stu said, where's the ice cream? Zal said, look at all that bendy water and curving land, Aaron. MJC says, cease. Flyby Stu, yep, what flavour? Out to lunch said when Biden told what kind of ice cream he was eating affected sales of it. Sherry said, how's your mum, Hev? She seems like she was better, more alert and awake yesterday when I went to see her, but I was only there for like an hour and 10 minutes and she wanted to go back to sleep. She doesn't want to get up and walk. They're trying to make her walk. My mum's not like this, right? But apparently a nurse was standing over her. This is my mum's recollection of it. And bullying her or something, and my mum said, don't you dare talk to me like that. My mum would never say that to anyone. And apparently the nurse threw the towel down and walked out. I don't know what happened, to be honest. I don't know. But that's how she's going, and so I'm wanting to go down tomorrow maybe and see when she's getting out to take her home. But she seems to be doing better. All her bruises are healing up nicely, but I'm just worried about her. Alex said, Hev went to get snackaroonies, yummy. Darren said the intermission was disappointing. I couldn't find anyone selling ice cream. Flyby Stu said, for your information, the higher you fly, the horizon stays at eye level. So what does that mean, anybody? Hey, Pat, how you going? Sal said it's a flat plane, Stu, simple really. Out to lunch said, yeah, and they seem to not know what they are showing, think they are all intermission. Stu said, you got good vision, Flyby? I said, I'm back, guys. Good to see you, eyes. Kat said, satellites on balloons are the only ones used. Look it up, NASA has balloons and admits it. There you go. Green Teakley, good catch you live. Good to see you, Green Teakley. Flyby Stu said, Stu, wear contacts and plus glasses. Luna said, my son said I was sleeping so deep he thought I was dead and was dripping in sweat. Oh, be careful with that. Ooh. Okay, it's just jumped again. So I've got to go back to where I was. Where am I? Help, I'm lost. I'm lost in the comments. Okay. Okay, now I'm back where I was. Zal said they're the biggest user of helium in the US. Kat, why would they need that? Everyone's saying, welcome back, eyes. Zal said the zealot has muted me. There's no zealots in here, Zal. I can see you. It would be Google because I only have a couple of mods in here. Darren said the higher you fly, the lower the horizon gets. Kat said I would send donation, but that option is missing here. Think abundance and manifest. I'm trying. Yeah, no, you can't donate through YouTube's, and the only way you can donate is through the pinned comment at the top of the chat where it says Streamlabs or Stripe. There's 2 links there. You can only donate through them, and that's the way it's going to be on this channel. So, because if I monetize, they're going to link the other channel to this channel, and then buy Hev again. I can't do it, so I've got to leave it this time. Flyby Stu said, Darren, you never look down on the horizon. But if you do donate through Streamlabs though, what happens is it pops up on the screen, so you still get like, what do you call it? Recognition. Okay, I said, Alex, I've sent you a message held for review. Alex said, oh wow, Luna, sometimes I sleep that deep from being so tired. Sal said, at what point do you turn upside down flying from the UK to Australia? I'd like to know that too, Zal, since we're upside down apparently. Who knew? The blood's rushing to my head right now as we speak. Darren said, fly by. I've been in planes a few times. The horizon gets lower as the plane gets higher. I said, Alex, thank you. Alex said, my dream, it was like something out of the film Minority Report with that Chinook thing. Could scan the eyes, really scary. Darren said, never, Zal, gravity keeps you upright. Flyby said, it doesn't happen, Zal. Biggest lie going. They've lied about everything else. Alex said, it was so real I even asked my brother if there was any type of aircraft like it. Zal said, gravity is only a theory, Darren, never proven. Darren said, then how do you explain things falling, Zal? Well, up and down. That's how I explain it. Anything that you drop, drops down. I don't know. Alex said, is Alex Jones still being sued? I hope they didn't take his cat in the end. I don't know, I haven't heard anything about that. Like, other than the beginning of it, that they were going to take his cat. Sal said, I know Flyby Stu, but there are globies in here. I said, I was going to sub to Hev's membership, but there's no $sign to do so, unfortunately. As I said, the only way you can do it is through Streamlabs or Stripe. I'm sorry, guys, but I cannot risk linking everything up to this channel. Otherwise, I'm just gonna, they're gonna... So, like I said, the only way to donate is through the pinned comment, through Streamlabs and Stripe. Sal said density and buoyancy. MJ said Lex super soldiers said they could scan for blood type and DNA, so your dreams, write them down. Flyby said, Zal, correct, a lot of science, just theories. Darren said, Zal, that still uses gravity. Zal said the sun never sets, only moves away from you and out of your perspective. MJ said science is theory. Alex said try and copy and paste again, eyes to see. Zal said no, it doesn't. Darren said everything is just theory. Keck said you were dreaming when I got here, lol. Yeah, I was just dreaming, don't mind me. Tell her she's dreaming. I said I cannot, I'm on a mobile. Flyby Stu said I flew a paramotor. I've got to say that right. My stomach's growling. Hang on. Where's that? Let's just snack while I'm reading here. How good is this cake going to be? It's lemon drizzle. Oh, it's not bad. Very lemony. Ooh. Okay. Flyby Stu said, I flew on a paramotor for 10 years. I've seen some real reality. Darren said, so how does buoyancy work, Sal? Alex said, if you'd like to donate, you can click the pin link in blue and it will show up on screen. Sal said, the world is not a spinning ball, nor is it a flat pizza. It's fake NASA space. MJ said, and it's malleable and constant, should always be questions and open to questions. Yeah, science should, MJ. Definitely. Luna said, Alex, he was so scared and almost called 000 to come help. He apparently tried to wake me, but nothing happened. Then suddenly I woke. Wow, Luna. Not bad. Darren said maybe we're still dreaming, Keck. Alex said I used to want to bungee jump and skydive when I was younger, but not now. I've seen too many horror stories. Kat said I love flying in dreams. Sometimes I do huge falls, sometimes levitate. Alex said I think it's probably because we probably used to be able to fly and we have them so frequently as children because we are close to our past memories, maybe. It is a coincidence. Why do we all dream of flying and falling? Kek said, well, it's all been PSYOP City all week with subs and runners for Wagner Group, overthrowing Russians Army, and Las Vegas UFO with Lost in Space sound effects, lol. Oh, I didn't hear about the UFO one. I don't believe in aliens till I can walk up and touch one. And if there are UFOs, unidentified flying objects, I believe there are governments. Oh my god, I've got sticky everywhere now. Sticky sweet lemon. Stu said, Alex, after watching that Egypt shark attack recently, I cancelled a shore dive in Melbourne, lol. Alex said, some dreams feel so real. I've also had apocalyptic dreams before I even knew what it was. Flyby Stu said, I'm not a flat earther, but I know we don't live on a spinning ball. Pat said, there are ways to do astral travelling, but it's something I wouldn't do anymore. I'm frightened of the silver cord being broken while out of body. Alex said, I heard about that. Was it the 23-year-old who got eaten while crying for his dad, Stu? How awful. Darren said, if the earth doesn't spin, then why do we have day and night? Well, there's a theory that the flat earth, and then you've got, like, say you get a torch and you go round the ball that way. If you're over here, living over here, when the torch moved over the other side, that makes that side dark. I don't know. I just know it's not what they told us. There's more to it. Keck said at this point they said it was a nuclear attack, I'd go back to bed, lol. Santa Claus now more credible than the MSM networks. Well done, everyone, lol. George said, I had an out-of-body experience many years ago. MJ said plasma. Stu said an elderly man opening the door for his wife of 60 years, a real man. Hopefully his wife is not 20. Alex said, I don't think I could bring myself to watch it, but what a horrendous way to go. People have no idea what's in the ocean. Darren said, I'm open to any theory, but I can only believe what fits with other phenomena. Sal said, your sun and moon are local. It's more than likely to be two suns as well as a black sun that causes what we call eclipses. Interesting, Zal. Flyby Stu said, I don't believe in anything. I know things, or the information isn't at hand to know any better. Out to lunch said, everything my chickens say are lies. Alex said, apparently orca whales have been sinking ships too. I think nature's finally fighting back against people who've been abusing their space for so long. MJ said, well, Darren, you're going to be in for a lot. I have a feeling a lot was withheld. Zal said, it's not theory. Many ancient texts describe as it is, but they've been edited out of our current awareness. Zal said, since World War II, deliberate obfuscation has taken place to lie to us all. George said, Alex, that reminds me of a series called The Swarm. Keck said, YouTube and Rumble are now the same thing with the shorted view counts. You're in an elite club, know it or not, Hev. Oh, cool. I said, Alex, I've just been getting laughed at back in England. I said I had a spanner on another channel. I made a bad choice timing them out, spanner removed, and they were laughing like hell. Ignore them, eyes. Alex said, another blue whale, oh, I was going to say wave. Another blue whale swallowed and spat out some kayakers the other week too. Out to lunch said, hit the like buttons, y'all, if you can. Darren said, it's possible, MJ, but that means everything we were taught is wrong. That means that nothing makes sense. Alex said, I've not seen that. I'll try and find it, George. MJ said, our connections make sense. Darren said, at least he spat them out, Alex, just like Jonah. George said, okay, Alex. Alex said, is it on Netflix? I don't have that, George. Keck says, the ECP membership keeps growing, but half the viewers are gone. Not even in his YouTube days was there no less than 1,000 English people would come over to 5x5. Zal said, everything we've been taught is wrong. It's been done deliberately because we are creator beings and create the reality we move through. The beings seeking to ruin this realm know this and much more. Keck said, I don't know about many of you, but I have to be linked in Rumble half the time to be someone else. Darren said, it's also possible that what we think is real is an illusion. We may not even be the form we think we are. Alex said, oh no, ignore them, eyes. I said, Alex, but I have 2 spanners on 2 channels in England. I have timed someone out for being awful, and I was praised and still have my spanner, lol. There you go. Flyby Stu said, it was only 5 years ago how I learnt money is created. What the? Yeah. Alex said, nature doesn't ever want to hurt humans, but some people have no respect. I don't blame nature for fighting back. Whoops, I dropped some. Okay, let me just move that over there for a minute. I said, Alex, the channel I timed a person out was on here last year or 2021. Alex said, we're always the ones getting blamed for this world being in a state when it's blatantly corporations that have ruined this beautiful place. Where'd I go? I'm lost again in the comments. Oh, no, I'm back. I found it. Okay, Flyby Stew said, Darren, we are the aliens. We own only species that can't live here without clothes, etc. Darren said, I agree, Alex. Flyby Stew said, how's your mum, Hev? Hope she's improving. I think she's getting there. I said, I personally think that YouTube need to remove all spanners because the infighting I've seen in England chats is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Alex said, that's so good to hear. Eyes, who do you mod for? Dennis Biz says, some of the nurses are horrid. They think they're all it and a bit. Thank God your mum can stand up for herself. She doesn't say that to people. She would never say that to any. I've never heard my mum say that to anyone. Ever. She's too nice. She would never say that, but she did. So I can't imagine what the nurse was doing for her to feel that way, to say that. Out to lunch, I'd always heard if someone is feeling better on a Sunday is a bad sign. Oh no. I'm feeling better than I did yesterday. Darren said, that's a good point. Flyby Stew. Why else would an animal even think to start wearing clothes unless they were in a strange environment? I said, few channels, Alex, honey. Darren said, Eyes is here. Say hi to him for me, Alex. Dennis Best said, hey, Alex, I've flipped to other channel, had a massive migraine, back on deck now chattering. I said, Turbinator channel and Amanda Adventure. Stu said, these greedy corporations make me sad, all the money they want but never enough. Kat said, YouTube is going out of their way to hide flat earth content. If you think they do not have evil intentions, just research Slobe nonsense and soul lure system. We are not moving. I said, the earth is flat. It's in many scriptures from trusted prophets ordered by Yahweh. Alex said, glad you're feeling better. Migraines are horrid, crippling things, Dennis Biz. Yeah, I don't like migraines. Darren said, thanks, Alex. I can see him, so I expect he can't see me. I can't see him, so I expect he can't see me. Dennis Biz says, Stu was. When so many are doing it so hard, then those doing well selfishly propagates belligerent and evil, it seems. Kat said, electromagnetic energy and destiny buoyancy on our earth realm, not gravity. They made that up and never proved it. Alex said, I'm not sure, Darren. Kat said, we are not spinning, they lied. I said, Alex, who is Darren? I cannot see, lol. Dennis Biz said, thanks, Alex. Too much stress over a long period of time for everyone. Starchild, how you going? Kids can choose the gender, instant red flag. Yes, that would be an instant red flag. Alex said, nice lemon drizzle with a cup of tea, yum. MJ said, Starchild, yes, you are awesome. Alex said, I know what you mean. It's been a long, tough old battle, but we're getting there. Dennis Biz said, I managed to make my own chickpea and eggplant dip yesterday. Very spicy. Ooh, interesting. Keck said, shadily. Eyes said, Alex, lemon drizzle cake. Everyone's going, yummy. Kat said, hey, I live with a partner who doesn't give a damn about flat earth, so that's okay. Yep. Alex said, any cake with a nice cup of tea is yum. Sal said, 100% correct, Alex, about flying. Kat said, I'm done with suggestions. The elites know the real Kabbalah. Alex said, I've been trying to unlock it, Sal. Kat said, they're not human. Alex said, I know it's possible. I just have to remember how. Dennis Biz said, I just mostly heart looking at the elaborate cakes in the European cake shops in Auckland Street. I'm not a big cake eating person these days. Yeah, I'm not really either that much. Just every now and then, and that one was given to me by my mum who couldn't eat it. It was part of her lunch at the hospital. I don't even know if I was supposed to take that, but... Kat said, fake story, no one died. Oh, Eyes said, because the sun, moon and stars move around the earth, it's God's clock. The sun and moon are the same size. Fact, sorry for the caps. Stu said, when the dive shop said they do a diving with sharks course, I asked, do you do a avoiding sharks course? Sal said, Alex, same here about flying. Oh, Alex said, oh, I think we all know the truth and know that what we have been taught feels off. MJ said, Kat, I know you in Florida. I'm visiting lots of lawyers down here. Shriners commercials, cancer commercials, dollars and tons of accident lawyer commercials, billboards, holy crap, huge. Alex said, I've never believed the narrative and I have asked questions since I could talk. Pat said they've been weaponising whales and dolphins for years, mind control. I heard of that, something about dolphins with that. Out to lunch said, Alex, I too, maybe that's why we are here now. Alex said, I don't believe in coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. I think everyone and everything is connected. Out to lunch. Whoa, I jumped again. Kat said, that is what I hate about Florida. Constant billboards for accident attorneys. Attorneys are evil and greedy. Kat said, old people slip and fall. MJ said, I don't want it. Family does. His eyes, holy crap. MJ said, watch TV. Sorry, eyes are tired. Darren said, Alex, imagine if we were all the same being but with multiple personalities. Alex said, there was another video of care home abuse here in UK the other day, evil preying on the vulnerable. Yes. That's what I worry about with my mum. Kat said, I once got $3,200 for fall. No attorney would help me, but I was injured. Wrote them a letter. Kruger, owner of QFC grocery store. No first aid kit at store. I was bleeding. Oh, really? That's bad. Alex said, I love and respect the elderly generation so much. Makes me so angry and upset to see or hear about them being abused and taken advantage of. Definitely. I hear a truck backing up. Flyby Stew said, Matterslin, Matt Hancock still knocking about the scumbag. Alex said, I've thought about that before, actually, Darren. And Kat said, Hev, you're too fast. Because I'm finished. Darren said, Alex, I don't understand it either. Will we all get old unless unfortunate? So why do so many people hate on the old? Yeah, everyone gets old. We're all going to get old. We're all going to get old. I'm already there. I feel like I've aged 100 years in the last 8 years, so there you go. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just... How did I get into that? Hang on, I'm going to have to turn this down. I made a list of favourite songs out of, I've got Triple J's Hottest 100. If you don't know what Triple J is, here in Australia it was an alternative music. And I've got about 100 songs. I was going to come on and do a singing thing this morning. Guess this song. And I was going to sing it to you, and you had to guess what the song was. But I thought, yeah, I may have one of those obscure tastes that nobody knows what I'm actually singing. So Darren said, Alex, I don't understand. Oh, yeah. Alex said, like a prism with one source of light but many facets. I said, apparently AI and the reptilian are running Congress in Washington. Yeah, Little Miss Nintendo fan. Medbeds, choose your age. Oh. I heard something else that said no matter how old you are, well, they can take 30 years off. That's what I heard. Please do. I'd like to go back to 23. Alex said, Alex, I wanted to be a nurse my whole life. I worked with elderly or disabled. It destroys those in the warehouses. It destroyed me almost. It is evil. Take care of your elders. Keep them at home. Out to lunch said, I'm not old. I'm 21 with 39 years experience. There you go. That's how you do it. Kat said, if you're lucky, you get to be old. A friend, 92, told me any day above ground is a good day. Out to lunch said, Kat, how do we know that? Alex said, the whole world is upside down. Many cultures respect their elderly so much and look after them. And we should too. My mum again yesterday was talking about, you're going to have to put me in a home. I don't think you can look after me. No, Mum, don't worry about it. We will do it. Just have to keep reassuring her over and over again. Out to lunch said, makes it nice to be the ones that love you. Lula's Nana, Jody, getting old is a luxury denied to many. My bestie died when we were 15. My cousin, he 18, and my partner 27. Wow. Oh, that's sad. People die so young. Yeah, I had a friend die at 45. She was the same age as me. Kat said, I'm just saying I'm anti-aging at the moment. Oh, that would be nice. I seem to have gained 100 years in like 8. Someone give me this secret. Smith said, I don't think I'd want 30 years off my life. Happy to grow old gracefully. Darren said, Alex, society makes us disrespect the elderly so we can be taken in by lies. Kat said, going to the gym, doing yoga. Well done. Alex said, I've always been brought up to respect my elders and love hearing all their stories. I miss all my grandparents so much, but I know I'll see them again. Little Miss Nintendo fan said, I'm 28 years, 240 months old. There you go. Flyby Stu said, I got my wife out of the nursing home job she had. Shocking how people are treated. I said, did you know that heaven, where God the Father and Son of God sit on the throne, is literally above earth that you cannot see until the heaven doors are opened? This is a fact. Out to lunch said, I'm going to eat some yoga. Darren said, I wouldn't mind a bit of anti-aging, Cat, but hopefully not too young. Oh, out to lunch said yogurt. Yep. Alex said, I saw their spirits just after they passed, and my auntie has too. Yeah, there's apparently videos on YouTube of people's spirits passing that they could see. I don't know, because I've never really known anyone to pass away, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. It's 2 hours and 22 minutes, 23, just clicked over. So I'm going to leave it there for today. I won't be here tomorrow as I'm babysitting, but I will try to be back on Tuesday because I'm sure there's going to be more happening this week. Stu said you don't have to wise to be old, but you have to be what? Hang on a sec. Stu, did you mean you don't have to be old to be... Hang on. Stu said you don't have to be wise to be old, but you have to be wise to be old. MJ said, I love Greek yogurt. Little Miss Nintendo fan said, ta-ta for now. Kat said, thanks, Hev. And out to lunch is laughing. Okay, guys, have a good one. Much love. And I'll see you in a day or two. Make it 2. Okay? Make it 2 days. See you back here. Okay, guys. Much love. Bye. Mwah.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes, and ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.